welcome to 7ahead, Bronston.
Thanks
for having us.
Good to have you here. Single launch 5th of February. How are ticket sales going? How's preparations? Is it looking good?
Good, yeah. Things are going well so far. Everything's going according to plan and as we hope so far. Got just under a couple of weeks now to push the last set of tickets, but we've had a lot of interest, so hopefully it'll be a case of people wanting tickets and not being able to get them. You know what I mean? And hopefully, well, obviously that's not what people want, but we want it to be sold out. We want it to be a full show, and I think we can make that happen in the next couple of weeks.
So what time are doors and what's the details? £5 a ticket, is it?
Yeah, it's £5 a ticket, and they're available from us if you know us, or they're available from our Big Cartel webpage as well online.
Right. So
you can find that through our Facebook, Twitter, everything like
We're
that.
constantly sharing as well, so
Yeah.
all our individual Facebooks as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So this is your first gig. You've never played live before. You've been kind of holed up rehearsing for quite a while. Is it a nerve-wracking experience? How do you feel about it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like me and Mark were talking about
100%.
this the other day. Like it's been so long since either of us played, and because this whole suspense thing, it's just it makes it worse. It makes you really nervous.
Yeah, it's difficult having so much material as well that you're practicing, twice a week, and you're coming away from it just buzzing about it, and you can't show anyone.
Yeah.
Because you're having to, keep it
Just
secret, so people, come to the gig and get to see it and enjoy it. So yeah, it's quite tough keeping it from people.
So do you think once you get into the first song, then you'll be
it's
just looking forward to that one moment.
That's always a bit. It's
It'll be
like
the first count
when we first come on.
It's like double the speed.
Yeah.
Have to count it again.
Yeah, it's. I think once you play that first song and finish up the song, and people show the support and the love and stuff, you're kind of like, right, here we go, this is gonna settle in now. Normally you end up playing the last song and you're like, oh man, I can't believe it's just kind of flown by.
It's usually a sign of a good gig, though.
Yeah.
If you don't really remember it, if it goes really, really quick, It's
Yeah,
usually a
but
sign it went well.
I'm nervous, because I think nerves always just comes from caring about it so much. You know what I mean? And nerves is a good thing. I think you always want to have nerves and be nervous about it. But I think I'm just gonna use that and be really excited when we're on stage, and really just have a lot of energy and just get people involved and having fun. And I think people are excited to see us. We're excited to play. So I think everyone that's there is gonna have a good night.
Excellent. So when did this project actually begin? I know Adam and James, you were in Sea of Crowns before, it's a three-piece, and then you guys have all sort of paired together, but when did it all surface?
Was it August last
Yeah,
year?
it was July, August. Yeah. We just things just hadn't worked out with Sea of Crowns, and me and James needed to do. We still wanted to work with each other musically, and we just wanted to get some people that had an idea that fitted in more with what we wanted to do, and people that were more on the same page, but at the same time more just open to doing anything. You know what I mean? And we got these two guys in, it's incredibly talented guys sitting either side of me, and it's been an absolute pleasure so far.
So is it freeing for you to be in a bigger band that has perhaps a bigger sound? When you're playing, obviously it'll be different when you go live, but just playing in the studio.
I think the sound's very different compared to what it was, and it's closer to music that we'd actually listen to.
Yeah,
we've spoken about this before, we got to a point where the music we were writing in Sea of Crowns just we didn't really listen to that sort of music anymore.
Yeah, I think we were doing it for the wrong reasons. Almost like we were doing it to try and write Sea of Crowns songs rather than to just express ourselves, to just writing whatever happened to come out, or whatever we were feeling like writing. I think we just needed a change. We just needed a new band, I think, to have the freedom to not have any previous sound or anything. You know what I mean? To just start completely fresh and come up with something different that makes people feel something a bit different as well when they listen and when they come to shows, hopefully.
Yeah, we're trying to not be genre specific as well. We don't, like you're saying about we
You're really flexible.
we just if we write a song and it's you know, it's got a bit of jazz in it, or it's got a bit of, you know,
Groove, yeah.
bongos or a bit more groove.
We
We
like
go with it.
bongos.
We
We
don't
like bongos, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. we go with it. We don't try and fit it into a bracket just so that it can sell for that certain thing.
Yeah.
Or
So you're never thinking, oh, that's gone a bit too far. You just
Yeah, it's good to know
completely
that.
free.
It's good to have contrast.
Definitely, yeah.
What do you think about genres in general? Do you think we're kind of in the post-genre
Yeah,
era?
I
Definitely.
think so.
I
I
feel
don't really ever talk about genres. Like I find it hard.
Yeah, it's one of the
So
hardest
hard when
questions.
people say
Define
what
it,
genre
kind
are
of-
you?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just
I don't really just say we're Bronston. You know what I mean? Like that. We want to make
People just,
something that people don't compare us too much to other bands or whatever, because we want to be seen to be doing our own thing. And I think we're all quite like unique individuals, and I think as a collective, like we just want to allow each other to like all express our own strengths and weaknesses at the same time as well. And that's what art is really. It's got to be just a real reflection of self, you know. So I feel like we have a lot of scope to express our own styles as well.
So you recorded the single with Mark Morrow, and what
Legend.
studio was
Yeah,
that?
he's like,
in the studio, it was down at the depot.
The depot where
Depot
you.
studio where we rehearse, and he's based down there.
So was he quite up for the sort of free vibes that you're talking about and kind of rolling with it?
He's great because he doesn't try and push it down a certain avenue.
Yeah, he's very
flexible.
Yeah, and also just little elements in the song when people get to hear the track on the 5th of February. There's elements that he added, you know, his musical ideas were brought into it because obviously you want outside ears when you're recording.
Yeah.
Because you get so bogged down in it yourself. It's
You
nice
need-
to have fresh ears and
exactly, man,
you know,
fresh
go, oh,
ears.
that sounds really good, or that sounds not so good, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it really helped because we're really pleased with the outcome of the single.
yeah.
So.
I think he's a perfect mix of like a very kind of, he has his process, you know what I mean, and the way he records things, the way he sets things up, the way that he, you know, deals with Pro Tools and everything, and the way that he edits things like as he goes along, and then like mixing, like he has like a very, I think, almost like a strict way of doing things, like just so that he allows himself to then have that framework of which he can then be creative with afterwards, and like allow bands to really express themselves. I feel like he's a great person for bringing a lot out of bands, and he brought a lot out of us, definitely.